Hello, I'm Engineer Musa. For today's lesson, we're going to look at Introduction to RDBMS SQL Structural Query Language. According to our outline, we're going to look at overview of SQL query language, data definition. Also going to look at basic structures and what? Additional basic operation, set operation, null value, aggregation, nested subqueries, and finally modification of database. I hope you get excited. So stay blessed at the end of this lesson. I hope you're gonna learn the best. And let's look at some brief history of SQL. As IBM is long developed as a part of the System Arc project after IBM San Joseph Research Laboratory, as also at the ANSI and iOS standard SQL from 1860 to 1922. Okay, if you look at history now, and also later to 2003, and have a commercial system offer most, if not, SQL SQL 92 featured plus various features set from later standard, especially in preparatory features. Another example here may work in particular system. So data definition language, which is what DDL, allows specification of what? Information about relation, includes a schema for each relation, and what? Domain of what? Values associated with what? Each attribute. Integrated constraint, as well as see later also other information as set of indices to be maintained for each relation, security and authorization for each relation, and physical storage structure of each relation on the disk. Domain type in SQL, as we have char, which is a fixed length of character string, which is information, it's specific length. We have the what? Varchar, variable length character string with user specific maximum length. This M. We have int, which is integer, definite subset of integer that is machine dependent. Small int, small integer, as well as small machine dependent subset of integer domain type. Numeric, fixed point of number, that is which is use specific position of P. We have what? Real double precision, the floating point double precision date floating point number, which is machine dependent precision. Have the floating, which is what dependent type of numbers, and floating point numbers with the user specification, and more cover in chapter 4. As we look at the creating table construct, an SQL relation is defined using the create table command. You can see a create table is a word AD, A1, D2, D1, A2. But these are what a table. This is what we have the integrated constraint. We have what? Integrated constraint K. Okay. So these are the we have, like I said, the attribute and the value and data type. R is the name of the relation, and each AI is an attribute name in the schema of the relation. As for example, let's consider the example here, create table instructor. We have the ID with data type, name as data type, char, varchar numeric is a data type, salary, with what is a look at 3, 8, and 2 with what the point, decimal point. As integrating constraint in the creating table, not null. As a certain value, it should not accept any null value. Especially, for example, these are things that are unique, or let me say they are required. I should also tell them that to be not null. Like for example, if you say instructor, like a name, which is I believe it is a required. Instructor must know the name of the instructor, which is what it requires. Also what we call a primary key. Primary key is a unique value that represents of a particular user, which also should not be null, because that value, that primary key is represented. A foreign key, which is as a reference, as what? Referring to department. As you look at, instructor must belong to a particular department, which is what I have to say the relationship with what department and instructor. And few more relation definition. As you can see, create student, as what name, as you can, this is a table of student. We have department, total create. Okay, as you can see the table, we have taken, create table taken, courses, score, semester, like that. So you can see different table, different data type with the use. Okay, as I say, a foreign key represent what? Primary key represent the table, a unique value. Foreign key what? Represent particular table in a particular ID from another table. And more still, create courses. As you can see, what we have what? Okay. So how to update to table is what? First of all, you need to insert into structure value. You say the keyword. Insert into is a keyword. Instructor is a table, value is what you want to insert. Okay, paste on what? The table you created. As you can see, the ID, the name, the subject, okay, and salary. So remove all table, delete. Remove all the tuple from the student relation. Delete all, delete from student. This is what? Delete, this for delete. And drop table R. Okay. Also now I like an updating. Okay. We use this word alter R, drop A, meaning you write where is name of the A attribute of relation R. These are the key command that you use within what? Within the database, within SQL. This is a look at the basic structure, basic query structure. A typical SQL query has the form select from where. Select what? These are what? The value from where? The table where the condition is made, the condition will be the condition. It depends on the condition. Represent an attribute, A or the attribute. Represent a relation, P represent is a prediction, which is what depend what the user want to achieve. The result of an SQL query in relation select clause. Select clause lists down the attribute desired in the result of a query, correspond to the projection operation of relation algebra. Example, find the name of all instructors, select from instructor. It says so select from instructor, that's select name from instructor, where you get what the name. Okay. Select slot continue. Select allow duplicate in relation as well as in a result. To fall eliminator of duplicate, insert key distinguish. Okay, select distinguish department from instructor. Select all. Okay, the specific duplicates should not be removed. That you want to read all instructors. Use what? Asterisk. Select clause. Do not all attributes. Select this is asterisk from instructor. Meaning what? Select all instructor. That is all. You use asterisk. An attribute can be literally with a from clause. Select what? This ID. Okay. Can given column on the name user word. Select this as what for. So it depends to as exactly what you want to how use it. There are many ways. Okay, and also you can select ID name query. Select ID name where this from instructor. So it depends on different way how you select. I use a select statement, select clause. While returning relation that is the same as instructor relation, except that the value of the attributes divided by what? 12. Remaining salary using as clause. Okay, select ID name salary as a monthly allowance. Okay, so you see, so it depends on how you want to use it. As where clause is also very important. Where clause. As where clause, specific condition that is result most specific what corresponding to the selection prediction of what relation algebra. To find all instructor in comp science department, select name from instructor where department is computer science. You see where name comp department name computer science here. So this is where you're gonna select. So you see also what is a comparison where what you select name from instructor where department name computer and also salary is equal to this. So you see, so you use a comparison. Use by comparing use arithmetic expression. Okay. So from clause list the relation individual involved one inquiry correspond to Cartesian product operation of relation algebra. Find Cartesian product instructor stack. Okay, select all from text instructors text. Generate every possible instructor teachers pair with all attributes. Okay, for example, look at the ID here. The attribute in the result table what? In relation name. As you can see, example here, I have instructor. We have what? We have teachers. Okay, as you can see, what the table here: ID, name, department, salary, ID, course, school, semester, and what here? As the instructor name here, you have what? Name, department, salary, teacher ID, courses, and so what? Semester here. So these are what a typical product from what Cartesian, which is what you can see the table here. These are all the table from the database. Less examples here. Find something of one instructor who had taught some courses and course ID. Select name, course ID from instructor table where instructor teaches. Okay, so you can see the what example what you can find from what? Find all name instructor that at department are taught. Select course name from instructor teacher where instructor ID, teacher's ID, and instructor department. You see this example. Also use a rename operation where what? Successful allow rename selection and attributes using as clause or as new. Okay, when for example you want to rename certain clause other thing, you can use what? As what? From instructor T, instructor as S. Automatically going to rename the key, use the keyword option, maybe omitted as T. Okay, save join. So sometimes you need to join certain table with what? Sometimes you find them. So you see, so let's say for example here, if you have look at the typical example here, which is from supervision of P, Bob, or supervision director, indirect of Bob. So you see, like look at this table, Python supervision. You have Alice here. So we have string operation. Look at string operation. Find all instructor where clauses substring there. Select name from instructor where name like the matching string 100%. Like you want to make a chart like. Okay, so use what? You use this this one, meaning what? It can find anywhere the name like this. It will return the value based on that particular one. So you see, so it continues. So like user one is this intro matching string beginning with, you see, begin with intro. Matching value contain what? Comp. You see, so you look at the two here, it's all about percentage at the front. While here comp here have the what? The percentage at the back. So you see, this is how we do. So we'll continue the classes on that part too. So stay blessed, stay tuned. I'm Engineer Musa, your instructor. Thank you very much, and we'll continue. Stay blessed, stay tuned. Bye. So now let's say we're gonna see. I best we have some example. Let's say as look at the table here, what we have based on our example here. Okay, let's say we want to create a table for okay, now is an example. Let's say instructor. Okay, let's just use this this table here. Let me just copy so that will speed up the work. Sorry. So let's say we want to create a table, create table for student.